In this exciting game, Lorn's lure, players must guide an android as he leaves his home colony in pursuit of a mysterious glitch. Set within a massive, hidden structure, the game combines a dark, foreboding atmosphere with retro 90s style graphics updated for modern audiences. With climb anything mechanics, players use pickaxes to scale nearly any vertical surface, solving platforming challenges while uncovering cryptic lore about the world and the android's purpose. The game offers flexibility in playstyle, allowing players to explore at their own pace or speedrun through the treacherous environments, with no punishing setbacks for mistakes. Let's take a closer look at our next review. As observed by multiple reviewers, the game begins as a slow and contemplative navigation puzzle, then shifts into a first-person experience, blending elements of Celeste with sci-fi horror. The vast levels offer significant freedom and exploration, with challenging parkour mechanics that require precision and perseverance. The environments are massive and atmospheric, evoking nostalgia for early FPS-based games, while incorporating the movement of modern titles like Mirror's Edge. Some have praised its engaging storytelling and intricate level design, while others noted frustration with its unforgiving mechanics and sparse guidance. Despite mixed reactions, the game's unique blend of mechanics and aesthetics has left a strong impression, making it a standout for many players. The game Frostpunk 2 Digital Deluxe Edition is a city survival strategy set in a harsh post-apocalyptic, snowy environment. As the steward, players lead a growing city through a series of challenges, balancing the conflicting interests of various factions while ensuring the survival of humanity. Expansion is essential, driven by the need for resources like coal and oil to sustain the metropolis and its citizens. The campaign unfolds through multiple chapters, offering a deep narrative about leadership and societal struggle, while the sandbox mode, Utopia Builder, provides limitless creative experimentation. And now we come to the reviews. Reviewers are of the opinion that Frostpunk 2 significantly changes its predecessor's formula by expanding the game's scale and complexity. The game now focuses more on strategic city building than pure survival, featuring districts instead of individual buildings and incorporating resource management on a larger scale. While this adds depth, it can also make the city feel more disconnected and cluttered. A new council system introduces factions that players must negotiate with to pass laws, adding a layer of political strategy but lessening the game's immediate decision-making tension. Despite these changes, the atmosphere and visuals remain strong, complemented by an evocative soundtrack. Overall, Frostpunk 2 takes bold steps forward, but the shift in focus has divided opinions on whether it's a more compelling experience than the original. Just a To the Moon series. Each episode is a light-hearted spin-off featuring characters from the To the Moon series, Finding Paradise and Imposter Factory. The SigCorp crew embarks on a brief vacation to the Golden Lobster Hotel and Resort, funded by their employer, for just one day. This narrative adventure combines various mini-games with a blend of adventure and RPG elements. Players will encounter familiar faces, quirky dialogue, and peculiar scenarios, like interacting with characters who should technically be dead. Expect a mix of relaxation, humor, and mystery in this unconventional beach episode. Let's now delve into the reviews. Reviewers are of the opinion that the game offers a deeply emotional experience, reminiscent of previous titles in the To the Moon series. With a heartfelt story that resonates deeply, it serves as a fitting epilogue, celebrating both the series and its dedicated community. While it doesn't drastically advance the overall plot, it enriches the narrative with more character interactions and emotional moments. Fans appreciate its nostalgic callbacks and tender atmosphere, and even though the game is short, its impact is profound. For those who have followed the series, this is a must-play. Parking Garage Rally Circuit is a retro arcade-style racing game set in repurposed parking garages across various US cities. Each garage is transformed into a rally course for a week-long event, combining rally's time trial format with circuit racing's multi-lap structure. Players navigate tight controls and dynamic physics reminiscent of classic titles like Mario Kart, with a focus on drifting and smashing through obstacles. Seamless leaderboards add competitive depth, allowing players to race against downloaded ghosts of rivals just ahead on the leaderboard. There's also the option to race in real-time multiplayer lobbies with up to 8 players, focusing on non-contact racing. The game's visuals and audio evoke the charm of a lost Sega Saturn release from 1998, complete with low-poly graphics, retro textures, and cheat codes for added fun. And now we come to the reviews. As observed by multiple reviewers, Parking Garage Rally Circuit brings a nostalgic feel with its retro-inspired visuals, reminiscent of 90s Sega Saturn racers. The game is praised for its engaging, drift-heavy arcade racing mechanics combined with modern controls, making it accessible for newcomers while offering enough challenge for competitive players. With 8 unique tracks featuring various gimmicks and hazards, it's designed for short bursts of play. Despite being on the shorter side, lasting around 1.5 hours, mastering each track extends gameplay. Reviewers noted that more content, such as additional tracks or customization options, would enhance its longevity. Its ska and Japanese jazz-inspired soundtrack adds to the overall charm, and leaderboards and PvP offer some replayability. For its price point, it delivers a satisfying arcade experience. In this exciting game, Copycat, players must explore the bond between a skeptical shelter cat, Dawn, and Olive, a lonely woman coping with loss. The narrative-driven indie game delves into themes of abandonment and healing, as Dawn, who believes herself a wild cat, struggles with her new life and impending escape plans. However, Dawn's resolve softens as she and Olive form a deep connection. Their journey is disrupted when Olive falls ill and a stray copycat takes Dawn's place, thrusting her into a search for belonging on the streets. With stunning visuals and a heartfelt storyline, Copycat reflects on love, loss, and the meaning of home. Let's take a closer look at our next review. Common feedback points to Copycat revolve around its emotional depth and striking storytelling, making it a compelling yet heartbreaking experience. Players often mention being deeply moved by the themes of abandonment and finding a home, portrayed through the perspective of a cat. The visuals and sound design are frequently praised for their beauty and attention to detail. However, some criticize the human character's unrealistic behavior and feel the narrative's emotional weight doesn't always hit as intended, sometimes evoking frustration instead of sadness. Mini-games and quick-time events are appreciated for adding variety, but can feel repetitive. With a playtime of around 3.5 hours, it's seen as a brief but intense journey. Reactions to the ending are mixed, with some feeling it's unsatisfying or unnecessarily harsh, reflecting the cruelty of hope. Despite differing views, it's widely regarded as a touching game, especially for cat lovers, offering a thoughtful, if occasionally unsettling, experience. In this exciting game, Path of Kung Fu, players must navigate a treacherous world of martial arts, starting as an unknown figure and rising to become a legendary hero. The game offers limitless choices with no fixed levels or professions, allowing players to explore hundreds of martial arts combinations, secret scrolls, and talents. The open world dynamically evolves, shaped by unique interpersonal relationships and thousands of randomly generated NPCs. Real-time combat features various weapons and martial arts styles, emphasizing true Django experience. Each choice impacts the story's outcome, making every decision crucial in a world filled with intrigue and adventure. And now we come to the reviews. Common feedback points to this early access game include praise for its atmosphere and smooth combat mechanics. Players appreciate the balance between character development, combat, and questlines, creating an engaging experience. Some suggestions include addressing stamina mechanics early on to avoid challenges with blocking in combat, which can lead to overwhelming situations. The game's overall reception is positive, but players are looking for adjustments in certain gameplay elements to enhance the experience. Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars, Reforged is a remastered version of the iconic adventure game that transports players to the streets of Paris and beyond. It follows the journey of George Stobbart, an American, and Nico Collard, a determined journalist, as they delve into a captivating narrative filled with intrigue and ancient mysteries linked to the Knights Templar. Players will explore diverse locations across Europe and the Middle East, solving a range of challenging puzzles through classic point-and-click mechanics. The game features fully voiced dialogue that enhances the rich storytelling and character interactions. With 4K visuals and upgraded audio, this edition breathes new life into the beloved classic, inviting both newcomers and veterans to experience its timeless charm and gripping adventure. And now we come to the reviews. Common feedback points to the nostalgic revival of Baphomet's Fletch Reforged, a beloved classic now beautifully remastered in 4K cut. Many players express their delight at how lovingly the game has been updated, making it a must-play for both fans and newcomers to the genre. The game's engaging story, centered around a conspiracy involving Templars and assassins, retains its original charm while enhancing atmosphere with new details. The voice acting stays true to the original, maintaining continuity that longtime fans appreciate. Players note that the remaster not only elevates visuals but also preserves the essence of the adventure, making it feel like a trip back to the 90s. Overall, it stands as a testament to quality game design, with many recommending it as an essential experience for any point-and-click adventure enthusiast. The hope for more remakes in the series adds to the excitement surrounding its release. Faaast Penguin is an exhilarating racing game, where players control penguins competing in wild knockout races at various extravagant resort destinations. Set against a backdrop of high-speed water slides, desert pyramids, and lush jungles, the game invites players to engage in chaotic, elimination-style races that last up to 10 minutes. With intuitive controls, racers can attack opponents, discover shortcuts, and collect sardine cans to gain advantages. The game supports solo play, local multiplayer for up to 4 players, and custom matches for up to 40 penguins, all with cross-platform compatibility. Players can customize their penguin outfits and rides, ensuring a unique experience each time. Regular updates promise new courses and skins, keeping the excitement fresh as players join in on the penguin vacation adventure. Let's take a closer look at our next review. Common feedback points to the game being a blend of Fall Guys and Mario Kart, offering fun gameplay with elements of competitive racing and obstacle courses. However, the current lack of diverse game modes and issues with laggy netcode, particularly for players in regions with fewer servers, detracts from the overall experience. Matchmaking has been relatively smooth for some, but many report significant rubber banding and server problems impacting gameplay. There are concerns about monetization, particularly the presence of consumable emotes, which some players find predatory. Despite these drawbacks, the game has potential, with its enjoyable mechanics and relatively affordable battle pass. Players express hope for future updates and improvements, while acknowledging the need for more robust gameplay features to ensure lasting appeal. Overall, there's a sense of cautious optimism, tempered by frustration over implementation issues. In this exciting game, Gates of Migad, players must navigate the mystical kingdom of Asgard, where the once majestic world, tree Yggdrasil, has been shattered, scattering powerful energy fragments known as the Holy Fire across the universe. As the Chosen One, players engage in the ongoing War of the Gods, fighting against both new and old deities who seek to reclaim their power. With an immersive open-world environment inspired by Norse mythology, players experience dynamic weather changes while embarking on epic quests. They can challenge formidable bosses alongside their allies in real-time battles, lead naval fleets, and form deep bonds with Valkyries. The game features a sophisticated character customization system and a versatile skill tree, allowing players to tailor their abilities and create unique avatars. As they journey through this rich narrative, players will craft their own legendary stories in a realm filled with adventure and conflict. Let's now delve into the reviews. Reviewers are of the opinion that this mobile game port is plagued by poor optimization and frustratingly gender-locked classes, rendering it a waste of time. Criticism focuses on its aggressive pay-to-win mechanics, with monetization deeply embedded in every system, encouraging daily spending for players seeking an advantage. Many highlight misleading promotional videos that fail to represent the actual gameplay, which is often described as automated and lacking engagement. Players express frustration with the game's simplicity, feeling it caters to newcomers by essentially playing itself. While there are some appealing visual elements in character creation, the in-game graphics fall flat. Overall, the game is viewed as an uninspired and poorly executed experience, better suited for mobile platforms rather than Steam, leading to a general consensus that it should be avoided.